This is a warm-up as well. It's called tapping. So we tap below the diaphragm, right in the groin area, right inside the bony protuberances called the ASIS and the groin. We do it for about 100 times. Now you can do it for 200 or 300 taps. That depends on how much time you have. Here I'm just going to be showing you and demonstrating it by doing about 100 taps. They're firm. Now we go above the diaphragm into the elbow crease. Okay. And it's a cupping situation. I'll demonstrate what I mean by cupping, but your hand is cupped. It's not necessarily a slap, as it is a cupping or tapping technique. So we do it for 100 times on the inside of the elbow. Switch sides, do it on the other side. This whole routine takes about 4 minutes. So if you find yourself you don't have much time, this is a nice way to rejuvenate yourself fairly quickly. So now we just went above the diaphragm and the elbows. Now we're going below the diaphragm, behind the knees. I'm doing a pretty firm cupping, tapping technique here. You don't have to go so firm. You can go lightly as well. So now we went below the diaphragm, and now we go once again above the diaphragm into the armpit, which is a very high level of, a high quantity of lymph nodes contained not only in the armpit area, but also in the beginning in the groin area. After 100 taps or so, then you can do the other side. I'm probably just focusing on the feeling and seeing what's going on as an internal experience of the tapping. Oftentimes this causes me to lose count. So the last one is on the hips, right in the hip joint or just behind the hip joint. Tapping for 100 times. This is the last one. It's below the diaphragm, as you can see. Tapping is something the Chinese do very often and very frequently. So here I am showing you what I mean by cupping your hand. So you create a cupping effect right there instead of a slap. Cupping and slap. So just to review, we start below the diaphragm, right in the groin area, up above the diaphragm, below the diaphragm, above the diaphragm, and below the diaphragm. These 5 points. I hope you enjoyed.